Next on Watch the Damn Tape, we're going to get into Bree Hall and a precautionary tale of being a rookie in the W. What it do, peeps? It's the Beat Chef with Watch the Damn Tape. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe button. Hit that bell to get notified when I drop my next video. New subscribers, I appreciate you joining. Hope you enjoy the show. I saw a lot of back and forth on YouTube, a lot of back and forth on Twitter, especially on Twitter, about Bree Hall. And I know it's a lot of South Carolina fans, a lot of Dawn Staley fans. I like Dawn Staley myself. I've always liked her since she was at Virginia, so I get it. But I just gotta give you my take on Bree Hall, and it's really a message to pretty much anybody that's in college or overseas that wants to come to the W. And it's pretty simple. These are the few things that I observed and the reasons why Bree Hall and a lot of other rookies are getting shown that door. Number one, then this is the biggest one. This big. They're all big, but this big. WNBA is a gate-kept league. These women have it set up to where they can ride this thing out as long as possible. As long as they're getting NBA backing, I mean, think about it. They've never turned a profit. So it's not about making money. It's about providing an opportunity and a voice for women to play basketball. So a woman that's in the league can try to stay into the league until her 30s. Imagine, you do the math, you get a pension, a 401k, you're making 70, maybe a little less starting out, and if you become a decent enough player, you get a max contract, you're making $200,000 for 5 months of work. Ask yourself this: if you could make $76,000 starting off and keep that job and fend off a youngster coming out of college, wouldn't you just keep the college kid out of your job, your workplace? Which person watching this video would say, you know what, man, I'll pass on the $76,000 and the free travel, room and board for free, and I'll just go work wherever I'm at, unless you're making supreme money. But this is one of the best part-time jobs in the country. These women ain't finna give this job up that easy. Even though they might complain about the salary. Everybody complains about something on their job. That's a given. Nobody likes to work, for the most part. That's a given. So, the gatekeepers in the WBA, that's the reason why DeWanna Bonner could be 37, 38, going on 38 this year and still playing. Natasha Howard, over 35, still playing. Sydney Colson, about 35, still playing. Because they got seniority. And unless you come in, which is number two, you have to come in and take somebody's job. Ain't shit given to you. Nothing. You're not going to get nothing on a regular job. Nobody's just going to walk in and say, oh my God, you went to South Carolina. You get here you go. Here's your swipe badge, and here's your ID card. And matter of fact, you haven't even done anything. We're going to give you a $10,000 bonus and some stock options. That don't happen. If you watched the movie and you saw it in the movie, leave that shit in the movie. Because it ain't happening in the real life. And it ain't happening in the W. You must come in with the attitude, I'm fin to take somebody's job. Bree Hall, you got drafted to a team with a low salary cap. I mean, with a salary cap that's right at the end. I mean, barely enough. They're not going to carry 12 people. They only got enough room to carry 11. You must either A, beat out the rookie that got drafted with you, Timpson, or B, make the team make somebody else expendable. You're a guard. Lexi Hall's on the team. The night the draft happened and you got drafted by the Indiana Fever, you should have went down that roster and you should have said, you know what, Brown, I'm taking your job. I'm going to out-hoop you. Lexi Hall, I'm going to out-hoop you. And anybody else on this list, I think I can out-hoop besides Caitlin freaking Clark. You should have had that mentality. All the dancing and prancing online, you weren't in that gym. If I watched almost every game this past weekend, there was only 2 rookies that played over the first weekend of preseason that had that eye of the tiger. Sonia Citrone and Isaiah James of the Dallas Wings. And Sonia plays for the Mystics. Sonia hit the court, started, had a NB, no bullshit look on her face the entire game, was locked and loaded, game face ready. Isaiah James came off the bench, came in the second quarter, had a I'm finna get in somebody's ass tonight look on her face, went straight to work on defense, came in, popped the 3-pointer, caused a turnover on Chelsea Gray, came back, popped another 3-pointer, and let it be known that she was there to not make friends, was there to take a job. Bree Hall, you did not do that. You didn't do that. You can tell how a player's doing by the practice. And I told you guys, those videos of practice, they are promotional only. If practice was going so great, Stephanie White wouldn't have got on her butts about practice the next day after they showed that beautiful highlight tape. Brie Hall did not play in the first game against the Mystics. That was huge because there was other rookies playing for Washington. You played some of these girls in college and you can't even play against them on the professional level. That says something about what's going on with you in practice. Noted, you got in on the next day, played big minutes, but you're playing against girls that are going to college or in college or old veterans. Yeah, you scored 9 points. Big deal. You're playing kids, not professional grown women that are in the W. And that's the difference. When you came in, you're supposed to take Lexi Hall's job. And I tell you folks this, a lot of these players, when the season was over, and if the W was their goal, the 3rd point, they did not take being a professional serious. Not in the gym, not putting up shots. Partying and kicking it and celebrating that you just got drafted, it don't mean nothing. Because last year's draft, the 2nd round and the 3rd round, most of those players are at UPS or working for the government somewhere. They're not in the W. Some of them aren't even overseas. That's it. Not taking it serious, not coming in with that mindset to take a job, and knowing that the league is dedicated to keeping veterans in it. You must come in and make an impression and make management. You're supposed to come in and make management say, you know what, I think we can trade Lexi and get something for her. That's what you were supposed to put on management. You didn't do that. And a lot of other ones they're gonna suffer the same fate. I'll probably be doing a video on Deja Kelly pretty soon. And she might not make the Aces. I hope she does, but if she doesn't, it'll be because of the same reasons Brie Hall. You didn't take the game serious. A 39% shooter in college coming into a professional league, going up against Lexi Hall. I give you folks a question. If your life depended on it, and they had 30 basketballs around the 3-point line, and you had to pick a shooter, and whoever made the most wins, are you picking Lexi Hall or are you picking Bree Hall? And I'll leave with that. Leave your comments below, and until next time, peace.